talk about India's growth prospects. I think you've got external headwinds, but a bunch of cyclical domestic tailwinds that are kicking in, so we can rely on consumption investment. But from a medium-term perspective, where every bit as much affected, because India, given its demographic dividend, over the next 20-25 years has to grow at least 7% in real terms and ideally 8% or more. Now, if you go back to history, only 13 economies since the Second World War have averaged 7% growth over 25 years, right? And they all had one thing in common: very strong global engagement. There are no examples in the last 100 years where without export growth, we've seen 7% for 25 years.
And most of them, or many of them would have been
in
Asian
Asia,
tigers.
absolutely Asian, right? And so the question for India is, how do we get export-led growth in a world that's getting progressively more closed? I think that's the fundamental challenge for India. Manufacturing, our share of global manufacturing exports is still less than 2%. When your share is less than 2%, you don't care about how much the pie is growing. The pie can stay stagnant for all we care. We have to raise our share. But raising our share then means a lot of emphasis on competitiveness. It means doing the deep reforms where to raise your market share, it's not like a rising tide lifts all boats. We've shown on the services side that when you leverage your comparative advantage, how dramatic the increase can be, right? Indian service exports are now almost 4.5% of global service exports. They were less than 3% 5 years ago, growing very rapidly, creating a lot of white-collar jobs and helping a lot of urban consumption. We need to replicate this on the manufacturing side. We're too large and complex that we need all engines to be firing to grow at 7.5% for the next 2 decades.